Booker, who had 16 consecutive points for his team. George, step back, three-pointer. Oh, George does it again, and we're tied at 93.
Shout out to the YouTube world. Appreciate you coming out today. Appreciate you coming to Khaliis Take. If it's your first time, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you can get the newest and the bonus content that's put out. We put out content every day. This is where you hear the real take on the NBA and in sports in general. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. You know, should the Clippers be worried? Should the Clippers really be worried about, going down 0-2? Should they really be worried about, what people will say, if they go down 0-2 against this Suns team who they think is superior, who they think is a really good team? And I'm not going to lie, the Suns are a good team. The Suns are shown that they are a damn good team. To win the first game without Chris Paul, running the offense through Devin Booker, which he's really not even accustomed to doing, they made it work. And they haven't lost in like a month or so or something like that. I mean, it's been a while since they lost, especially after they swept the Nuggets, which I thought that was really, really impressive because, Jokic winning that MVP and getting swept like that, it really puts probably a bad taste in his mouth. Really makes him look bad as an MVP. To me, as an MVP, you got to, if you're going to go out, you got to go out fighting. And I'm not saying he didn't, but excuse me, I'm just saying that it would have been a lot better if he would at least won a game or two in that series. Because if you're the MVP, you're the most dominant player in the league, or at least you're looked at that way. So if you're looked at as the most dominant player in the league, I think you can't go out 0-4. I mean, I think you can't get swept in the first or second round. That's just my opinion. But my point is, if you look at it from a standpoint of where the Suns are right now, they are a tough team. They're a team that a lot of people will, say that's, probably the best team, maybe even the most healthy team in the NBA right now. And if you think about it, they probably are the most healthy, complete team in the NBA. But what they don't have, that the Clippers have, that I think is overall resiliency. I think Clippers are a resilient group. I think they're a resilient bunch. I think they'll come out tonight and show everybody that they can make adjustments just like they have, and show everybody that they're actually, a team that everybody should pay attention to in regards to, hey, we're the deepest team in the NBA. We got depth. Our leader is out, but we're still fighting to get to where we need to go until our leader comes back, or, until we get to our destination, which is, winning a championship. You know what I'm saying? Because championship or bust for the Clippers. I mean, that's just the way it is, and it's still that expectation. But what I'm saying is, it's going to be tough for the Clippers to win this series if they don't find a way to get contribution from more than two guys. Now, like I said, game one is not a game to overreact. They lost game one, so what? It's over with. Now we're moving on to game two. It starts tonight, and the Clippers are going to have to make a stand, because I'm going to tell you, going down 0-2 against this team is not going to be good. Because at some point, we know Chris Paul is going to come back in this series. We don't know whether Kawhi Leonard is going to come back in this series. So I'm not going to say, I don't want to be too overzealous by saying tonight is a game 7, even though I feel like it is for the Clippers. I'm going to say, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot with the Clippers since the playoffs started. So it just seems that way with them. But I just don't think you can go down 0-2 for a third time. And I'm not saying if the Clippers went down 0-2, they couldn't make a comeback, or, they couldn't find a way to come back and win, because they've been doing it. So it's not like it's unprecedented territory, like they can't do it again, because it's possible they can do it again. But what I'm saying is you're wearing down, you're putting so much wear and tear on your body, and so much mental wear and tear by being down 0-2 when you have opportunities to win some of these games, because this, to me, like I said, game one was a very good opportunity for the Clippers, because not only Chris Paul wasn't there, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, they were running the offense through Devin Booker like they never usually do. Chris Paul is their anchor. They always run the offense through Chris Paul. And to ask Devin Booker to be a facilitator and a scorer and to get extra rebounds, you know, I think he had double-digit rebounds as well. That's why he had a triple-double. I mean, to ask him to do all that and, you know, help the team win is a lot. And he did it. You know what I'm saying? I got to give Devin Booker credit. I like Devin Booker. I've always liked his game. I always thought he was a highly skilled player coming out of college in Kentucky. You know, I always thought he was a really good player. You know what I'm saying? Great shooter. And he knows how to get to his spots. You know what I'm saying? And I do find it a little bit, you know, crazy that Stephen A. Smith was saying that he's the next Kobe Bryant. I don't know if I agree with that. We have to see. It's a little early in his career to really tell that. But, I mean, he does have that killer mentality. I will give you that. So, you know, he's definitely one of the ones that went to the Mamba mentality camp. So I'll give him that as well. But, you know, my point is to ask him to be a facilitator, and he did it, was really big for the Suns. But it was really bad for the Clippers because, to me, that was the game for the Clippers to win, because you go into tonight's game, now the pressure's on you even more because you got to try to steal a game in, you know, Phoenix. You got to. You can't. You can't always rely on the fact of, oh, we've been down 0-2 before. We can do this again and again and again and again. No, that's not the way it's going to go. At some point, you got to put your foot down and say, listen, we got to get this game. And it's no other way to look at it. And this is exactly what the Clippers need to do and have the mentality tonight of playing in tonight's game. Tonight is probably one of the biggest games of their season. And I say that because, like I said, the Suns are a really deep team. And I know some people might think I'm overrating DeAndre Ayton and players like that. But when you look at DeAndre Ayton is better to me than Rudy Gobert, because DeAndre Ayton not only moves his feet better or as good as Rudy Gobert, to me, he's actually a better scorer than Gobert. And I'm saying that in regards to he's more active around the basket. He gets more putbacks. He's more, I don't know, aggressive to me than Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is a good shot blocker, but DeAndre Ayton is not only a decent shot blocker decent to good shot blocker, but he also gets timely rebounds. I've seen possessions where the Suns would shoot 2 threes back to back, and he would get the offensive rebound and kick it back out to maybe like Chris Paul or somebody, or maybe even Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne drives into the paint, draws a double team, throws a DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton goes up with a dunk. Or I've seen DeAndre Ayton actually, be 17 feet from the basket, set a pick and a screen, and Cameron Payne is going to the paint, look like he's going for the layup. The defender is all on him, and he throws a pass right to DeAndre Ayton, who cuts to the basket like a wing. A wing player cuts to the basket like that. Most centers don't do that. So this is what I'm saying. When you look at DeAndre Ayton's activity and the way he moves and his movements on the court, it just makes him better than a Rudy Gobert to me. It makes him more valuable than a Rudy Gobert to me. That's just my opinion. So my point is, the Clippers are playing a team now where the big man moves, the big man cuts to the basket, the big man is active on the boards. And when you have a big man who's more active in regards to getting offensive rebounds, you have a problem. Because if you don't have somebody to match that intensity of what DeAndre Ayton does, you could find yourself in trouble in a series like this. And this is the reason why I said the Clippers need to win this game tonight, game 2, because it just seems like I said before in my last video, the Suns get better and better as a series goes on. If you look at their the series against the Denver Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets gave them a good fight, but it doesn't matter. It's like the Suns just adapt, and when they adapt to what you do, it's like they get better as the series goes on. Look at the series versus the Lakers. Really, like the Lakers gave them a good run, everything like that, but it just looked like Devin Booker got better as the series went on. It looked like he started playing better and better. It looked like, Chris Paul was playing better and better as his arm got better, of course. It looked like Mikal Bridges started playing better and better. And this is my point. The Clippers need to neutralize them getting better in a series. You need to kind of find a way to make the Suns be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Be a good team, but don't elevate their play any more than what they do. And I know that's really hard to do, but the Clippers can do that because the Clippers have some dogs on defense. I don't know if Marcus Morris is going to play. I think that's a really huge blow if he can't go, or if he's limited or something like that. I think that's a really huge blow, but I'm telling you, the Clippers have the team to stop, to neutralize what Phoenix does. They have the team to neutralize any and everything the Phoenix Suns do. But my point is, it's going to be tough to do that because you're playing in a hostile environment, and you got to be mistake free as possible. And that's the only thing the Clippers need to focus on tonight. Be mistake free as possible. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard because you got to understand the Suns want to go up 2-0 because they want to prove to everybody if we go up 2-0 on this team, they're not going to come back on us. That's what their mentality is right now. They want to prove if they do go up 2-0, the Clippers are not going to come back. They want to prove to the world that they're the better team all the way around. So my point is, the Clippers need to be as mistake free as possible because. And when I say that, I mean have as less turnovers as possible. You don't want to go in here having 10, 12 double-digit turnovers in a game like this because Phoenix feasts off of teams turning the ball over. And that's exactly what you don't want. And this is what I'm saying. To be mistake-free in a game like this is going to be tough because they're going to be up in you. They're going to be playing defense, and they got some really good wing defenders on the Suns. But we got some good defenders on, there's some good defenders on the Clippers as well. So I don't want everybody to sit back and think that the Clippers don't have a chance, because they do. The Clippers have they have a great chance of winning tonight's game and taking it into LA tied 1-1. They really do, because it's going to be a tough, drawn-out game. I think the game is going to be close. I don't think it's going to be like it was last time. I don't think Phoenix is going to score 120. At least I don't see them scoring that much. I think the game's going to be a lot closer. Myself, I'm going to say 110 to 103 Clippers. You know what I'm saying? I think the Clippers can find a way to slow them down just a little bit. And that's the only thing the Clippers need to do. Slow them down the second half, get your momentum going, and get your guys going the way they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Ty Lue needs to do. Get your guys in the right sets, get high quality shots, and be mistake free as possible with the turnovers. Because I guarantee you, if you get 10, 12 turnovers, if you get double digit turnovers against this team, of course it's over with, probably. You know what I'm saying? You got to limit your turnovers as much as you can. I would like to see the Clippers only have 6 or 7 turnovers or less this whole game. Because to me, a team like this, they not only feast on stuff like that, but they actually expect, you know what I'm saying, their defense to get, 8 to 10 turnovers a game on average to make a team, you know what I'm saying, suffer by them scoring and capitalizing on your errors. And this is what I'm saying. If Devin Booker is what Stephen A. Smith says, he's the next Kobe Bryant, which I don't agree, then the Clippers going to have their hands full anyway, if that's the notion. Because apparently that's going to be the narrative, because Stephen A. Smith said it, right? So my thing is, I need Paul George to be super efficient. I need Paul George to come out and play at his best, and I need the Clippers to play at their best. And I need them to understand that, if you want to look at this as a game 7, then do that. Because I'm telling you what I know. Going down 0-2 in 3 straight series is not good. It's just wearing you out, and it's making you tired when you get to the finish line. Because if this game goes to a game 6, a game 7, maybe this time the Clippers might not have enough energy to finish it out, because they've been through so many 0-2 holes in the first 2-3 rounds. It really is draining out their energy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that to happen to the Clippers, because they have a great opportunity to get to the finals and really rewrite the history books for themselves and for the team, the organization, the city, and everything like that. And, it would be a shame to see the situation go down like this. And I really hate the fact that Kawhi Leonard's not there. I really do, because, of course, not only because it's my favorite player, but at the same time, I know for a fact they would be up 1-0 with Kawhi Leonard right now. Because I don't think the Suns are that good without Chris Paul. I think they're really good with Chris Paul. I think they're a great team with Chris Paul. I think they're a really good team without him. And really good can't beat the Clippers to me. The Clippers have a really, really great, talented, all around, supremely well put together team. And I don't think that the Phoenix Suns have that over the Clippers if they don't have Chris Paul. So my point is this. I need the Clippers to come out and win this game tonight. It would be big, for the organization to just, get some confidence going back home. Not always being down 0-2 and, trying to, make all these adjustments to where you got to just fight to tie the series back up 2-2 going into a game 5 where it's like, okay, game 5 back at their house. It's a lot. It's a lot. The Clippers, it's a lot mentally, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, the name of the game is to be mistake free, play the game within your means. Don't do nothing crazy. The crowd's going to go crazy. It's going to be, a big situation to be in regards to, you got to deal with the crowd and maybe even the referees. Don't want to leave that out. And, we understand all that, but you got to go in there and you got to find a way. You got to find a way to get this game. I just don't, like I said, I don't want them to go down 0-2 again because like I said before, the first 2 times you went down 0-2, well, you had your best player in Kawhi Leonard. Now you don't have anybody to really guard Devin Booker because honestly, Paul George doesn't play defense to the level of Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't play defense to that level. Nobody really does. So this is what I'm saying. If you go down 0-2 in this series, you don't have your best player to lock up Devin Booker to get what you need, which is 2 straight wins to tie the series to get back in it. You don't have that this time. So going down 0-2 this time without Kawhi Leonard might make the situation a lot tougher. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, hey, Clips 110-103. I'm calling the score, and Clips got to find a way to win it. But hey, that's my take on the situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like always, I always value your opinion more than mine. And leave any comments in the comment section for me, and we'll talk about it like always. Cali out.